Hi, and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. We are back today again with another EFC Women's Report, and I am joined by Chloe. We're so excited to bring this one again today. It feels like ages since we've done one with the
I know it's good to
very
be
long
back.
international break. But we're going to start just before the international break, so a very, very long time ago. Cast your minds back to February. That's how long ago it was. For the Manchester United game away at Leigh Sports Village. It ended 0-0, which I know people are going to be like, a draw, really? Why are you so excited about a draw? We got beat 3-0 by them at home, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season. It was one of our worst games of the season. So to go away, get a draw, get a point out of it, put in the
Huge.
performance that they did was just phenomenal. And I want to get your thoughts on it, Chloe, because I just thought they were amazing.
Yeah, they really were amazing. I mean, looking at the lineup, I was a bit worried because we started some players that we don't usually start.
Yeah,
I was quite pleased to see Aurora Gali in the starting lineup because I
yeah,
rate her so much. I was gutted that she was left out of the original Italy squad for
yeah.
the Honor Clark Cup. Like, I rate her as a player.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that at all. I thought she is the only Italian player in the WSL. She's at Everton. Why aren't you calling her up? She's played games, she's played well. She might have
Yeah.
had a few off days. I get that. But she's just an all-round amazing player. I don't understand why they didn't call her up originally. Unfortunately, one of the Italian players that was called up had an injury and had to back out. So Gali was called up in the end. She played in the Arnold Clark Cup. But yeah, I totally agree with you there.
Yeah. So, and of course, Emily Ramsey was unable to play because obviously United's her parent club.
Yeah.
But I was really happy with the performance we put in. I mean, we know United are a strong side anyways. What
Yeah.
are we currently second in the table? First?
I think the top again because we
Top
knocked them
again.
off the top obviously with we didn't knock them off the top but because they
Yeah.
didn't get the 3 points against us Chelsea went above them.
Yeah.
So
So, they're top of the table. Like, they are so good this season. And to be fair, they were really good on that game as well.
yeah, they were. I thought for the girls to put the shift in that they did and get away with a point, the amount of chances United had. I
Oh,
was I was on the edge of my seat the whole game because I got luckily enough I went to Leigh Sports Village to watch it and I was on the edge of my seat the whole game because I thought, how have we got away with this?
yeah, I was thinking that because I was watching it on the telly. I was like, how have we not, like, how has no one scored? How have we got away with just a 0-0? But
Yeah.
it was an incredible game, and to be fair, I'll take the point against United because they were strong.
They really were. And I really, really want to talk about Courtney Brosnan. Absolute brick wall in that goal.
She was amazing.
The saves, the stops. It was her best performance of the season. And I'm
Yeah,
even going to put it out there, her best performance in an Everton shirt, I think.
oh, 100%. To be fair, I also rate her as a player.
Yeah,
Like, I think she's severely underrated.
she is. She really is.
She she was honestly incredible. I thought that a couple of goals could have gone in that she stopped,
Yeah,
and she was solid. And quite honestly, she deserved that clean sheet then because she was
she
just
really did.
phenomenal.
Two really good goalkeepers up against each other.
Oh, 100%. Mary Earp's England's
Totally.
number one, and then Courtney Brosnan, she's Ireland's number one. Like, two
Yeah,
incredibly strong keepers,
yeah.
and I just loved it. I just thought it was such a battle.
It was such a good game of football.
Oh, 100%.
And I'd
Like,
also really, really like to give a special mention to Nikita Snorish in that game. She was just up and down that pitch like there was no tomorrow. A work ethic in that game was just brilliant to see. I really, really enjoyed watching her in that game. She's come on a lot and she's really grown into a position and a confidence. You can see she's getting there now. And yeah, I was really, really impressed with her in that game.
yeah, I was. And I think we briefly mentioned it in the last podcast we did, but that, like, this Everton side have just grown so much under Brian Sorensen.
Yeah,
Like, it's like an entirely new team.
it is. Yeah.
I was really impressed with Nicoline Sorensen and how
Yeah.
well she has come back from that
Yeah.
ACL injury because she was so she was so powerful as well. Like she was creating quick runs, quick chances. Like she's come back amazingly.
Yeah, that is really one of the massive positives we could take from this season is Nico coming back. Just you've never seen a player come back that quick from an ACL. I know obviously she was in recovery for a very, very long time, but from being subbed on at Arsenal to now, it's like she's gone through like 3 different transformations as a player.
Yeah. She again, what we were saying, she's almost like she's also like a brand new player.
Yeah.
Like maybe taking that time out and getting more recovery time has been so good for her because I think she was the thing we were missing last
Yeah.
season. And now we've got her back, and it's just
Yeah.
she's come on leaps
She's
and bounds.
transformed the team, I
Yeah,
think.
100%.
Yeah. And I know we all sound very, very positive right now about the Manchester United game. We then had a very, very long international break and now cut back to March, where we faced Aston Villa at home, our mid-table rivals. If we won this game, we'd have 4 points clear of them. Would be 5th place, I think, 5th, because we're in 6th now. And although we were very positive about the Man United game, this Aston Villa game felt like a complete step back, a completely different team. It just seemed like it was so disappointing. We lost 2-0 at home to them with former Blue Kenza Darley scoring the first goal in the 5 minutes, and Meg Finnegan, unfortunately, scoring an own goal in the second half. It was just a really disappointing game.
It was disappointing, and it's like it was not to put in even more downer on it, but it was our first loss since December.
Yeah,
So
first
that's
in
like
2023 as well. So
yeah, which is quite gutting. Kenza Darley scoring, you could have almost written it that, of course, if anyone was going to score, it would have been her.
yeah, or Dan Turner, because if you didn't know, Aston Villa took half our team in the summer. So
Yay.
yay,
Um, no, so obviously it would have been her, Dan Turner. They've been
yeah,
playing, to be fair, hats off to them. Kenza Darley and Dan Turner have been really, really good at Villa.
yeah, they have.
But it's just gutting because they looked like a completely different team to the Man United team. And
Yeah, they did.
I don't know whether just because they started different players or no one had the confidence against Villa, but they just didn't look in it for me.
No, they really didn't. To be honest, and I don't want to be harsh and I don't really want to be critical because you know personally how much I love this side and
Yeah.
everything they've done this season, but they just looked like they didn't want to be there. It looked like that first goal went in and they lost all
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah, I agree.
And just even when we were in possession, we weren't doing anything with it. We had a couple of shots, got close to the goal, but it was quite comfortable saves for Hannah Hampton.
Yeah, definitely. Like they just lacked all passion and conviction. And I don't know whether it's because they went into the game knowing that it was going to be tough or they weren't going to win, but they just didn't seem to have that fight that we've
Yeah,
seen them have previously. I mean, Jess Park created a couple of chances.
yeah,
Savecki almost equalizing, got a goal at one point. And I was like, oh, is it going in? Is it going in? No, it's
yeah.
like, oh, I was like this throughout the entire game, just no.
It was just massively disappointing, and just want to bring in a couple of injury updates as well because I know I haven't mentioned them. Katrin Veja is back from injury, which is huge for us because she just embodies everything an Everton player should be. That girl is incredible. So to have her back, and I'm not obviously not sure how she's going to fit back into the side because we've just got such a selection of defenders. So I don't know how she's going to fit there, but
Oh, I don't. But I do want to see her back in the squad
yeah,
because, like I said, she's a really talented player. She knows the side.
mm-hmm.
She she'll fit in really well, and I would like to see her on the starting lineup.
Yeah,
And of course, Ramsey's got that injury now, so we've got Eartha
yeah,
Cummings from
Liverpool.
Liverpool 2 weeks.
Yeah, questionable one. Not gonna lie, but if she can keep the goals out the net, I'll accept it. But yeah, so Emily Ramsey has got the ankle injury that she picked up in Lionesses training for her first senior call up, so unfortunately never got to play in the Arnold Clark Cup. Sarah Holmgard is also out I'm not sure for how long, but she's picked up a knock. So she wasn't present in the Aston Villa game as well. And that was, I think she was a miss as well, because when
Yeah.
she's been brought on, she's played. She's been really good for us.
She has been really good. Like she's not necessarily a chance creator, but she's rapid up and down the wing. Like
Yeah,
she's assist queen, as we like to say. She's really good.
yeah, she is. Um, I think we'll move on from Aston Villa because
Yeah.
I don't want to put a downer on the video. But I'd really, really like to talk about, as at the time of recording, it is International Women's Day, and we both really like to talk about the HerGameToo Everton thing that's come out today. So Gabby George from the women's team, obviously, and Seamus Coleman have become the first ever players in English top flight football to be official advocates for HerGameToo, which is absolutely massive for us. Obviously, in 2021, Everton became the first top flight football club to officially support HerGameToo. So for us, women in media, women in sport, fans, everyone that is female, women, everybody included in Everton who backs the club, this is just massive news.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge and a massive step forward in the right direction.
Yeah,
You can see how much not because I mean Seamus Coleman was talking this morning about and his words like were amazing. Like what struck me was when he said he's got two young daughters
yeah,
and he loves the fact that they like to play football in like his garden. And it's important for them to grow up knowing that they can do it. If they want to go play football, they can do. And
yeah,
it's not just a men's game, it's everyone's game. And that really stuck with me because it's like Seamus Coleman, Everton's leader, as you will, speaking so honestly and openly about it. It's just so good to see, not just from like a fan's perspective, a journalist perspective, but also someone who's so involved and invested and has loved the club for however many years.
yeah.
See him speak so passionately about it. It's just amazing to see.
He is the embodiment of everything Everton is, and
Yeah.
to get his support and his backing on HerGameToo is just I felt really emotional when you saw it because I was like I was felt really proud to be an Evertonian today when I saw that.
100%. Not gonna lie, the men have had a difficult couple of months where you also felt a little bit frustrated with them, but seeing that and seeing how the club has all come
Yeah,
together, it made it all worth it. 'Cause it's like
yeah.
this is who we are. We
And
are the people's club.
having Gabby as well on there is huge for us because again, she's been at the club for so long.
Yeah, she was the
She's
first player that Everton signed when they became
yeah,
professional as well. So like having her, someone who knows the team, who's been there from the beginning,
yeah,
it's just amazing and it makes you proud to be part of the people's club.
yeah. And she's everything you want in a role model for young girls wanting to get into football.
Yeah.
She's just an icon of the game, an icon of Everton.
Oh, 100%. Like she's just and again, like we were saying about people's games improving, her game has improved so much in these last
Yeah,
couple of months. Like she is who you want. I just think she's such a natural person. Like what you see is what you get with her. Like it's just like
yeah,
having a conversation with her.
yeah. She's one of the nicest people
Yeah.
ever. And I'd also like to think as well, with it being International Women's Day and the Lionesses have finally had their letter and their legacy been put through. They sent an open letter out the day after the Euros to the government to ask for funding for every girl to be given equal access to football and sport in school. And today it's finally been accepted. And all 23 players that were in that Euro winning squad signed the letter. And I think it's great that they set about to make a change straight away after that Euros win. They didn't want to just, celebrate it and that was all they were focusing on. They wanted to use that as their platform to make a change. So now funding's been put in place all across the nation for young girls to be able to access and have equal access as lads to be in sport and be in football.
Yeah. And I think that is paving a way for future generations, future lionesses.
Yeah.
And that's also amazing considering it was Lotte Woman Moy. who just had the idea on the bus on the way to Trafalgar Square
Yeah.
the celebration, the fact that they wrote the letter, it's all come about. They've had numerous meetings about it, and now it's finally been passed. Girls are gonna now get at least 2 hours of football or sports in school and PE, and it's just amazing, and it's almost linked with the like HerGameToo that they can
Yeah.
do it just as well as the men can. They can spend just as much time as boys in PE.
Yeah.
And it's creating that legacy. Like, yes, they won the Euros and created that legacy, but they've gone one step further now and created even more of a legacy for doing this. And they're all so young as well. Because I say this about Leah Williamson a lot. Like, she's only 25, but
Yeah.
she's like so mature for her age. And the fact she's been doing all these meetings and trying to create this opportunity for young girls to have is just incredible.
Yeah, they're an inspiration to the nation and everyone across the world, to be honest. And for them to get this done, I think that's just massive. They've already altered the way people look at women's football with the Euros win, and now they're just constantly building on that legacy they've left in women's
100%.
sport, and I think it's just phenomenal to see.
It's absolutely incredible. And it again, like I said previously, it's showing young girls and boys that they can do it. Like they can have PE. It even helps with like creating after school clubs for girls to play football. Because I know when I was at school, football was only a thing that the boys could play. Girls weren't allowed to join in unless they played with other girls.
Yeah, I had that. I was fortunate enough in my first year of high school that we could sort of still mix and play it, but after that, it wasn't really a thing.
No,
So
and
it's great to see it being brought back in.
it is amazing. And again, the fact that young girls and boys young girls can do this,
Yeah,
it's such a good step in the right direction.
yeah, paving the way for the future Lionesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, massive news as well. Everton legend Jill Scott has been announced as captain for Soccer Aid. Just thought I'd like to throw that one in there because she's the first woman to ever captain a Soccer Aid side as well.
Yeah, I think she'll do it really well.
She will. She'll do it
Like
good enough, will Jill.
I've always said I'm a massive fan of Jill Scott.
Yeah.
And I just think she'll love it.
She will. She'll be class.
Oh, she'll be amazing. And
Everton women's next game as well is away at Leicester this Sunday the 12th of March. I think kickoff at 3. I think kickoff's at 3. So away to Leicester at the King Power Stadium. And then we've got a break as well after that, another break. And then we are back on the 24th of March, Friday the 24th of March, 7:30 kickoff, Goodison Park, Liverpool v Everton.
I mean, we've been saying for a while that we want the game at Goodison.
Yeah.
And over 10,000 tickets have been sold.
Yeah.
For the game. That's amazing.
It is. It's incredible. Yeah. Hopefully we can sell more than they did.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll beat them again.
Yeah. I expect us to.
Yeah. We've got potential.
As a bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Just score a couple of goals.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I think it'll be really good. It's really, and again, it's like we keep saying, that's another step in the way for the women's game, like getting the big stadiums.
And the first ever derby being held at women's derby being held at Goodison as well.
Yeah, which is also very exciting.
Yeah, so tickets are still on sale now. It's Friday the 24th of March, 7:30 kickoff, Goodison Park. Be there.
Get your tickets.
Yeah. Right, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a comment, like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.